With Metro by T-Mobile, your hard-earned money goes further. This tax season, there's 0 fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price, just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering you to rule your day. All lines lose promo rate if any deactivates. No fees on select phones. Limit 1 per line with eligible port. Excludes sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.
My man Chris P had a taco.
It was excellent. First they said jumbo.
Then they said shrimp.
Shrimp so big it'll only make sense a damn taco, taco, taco. The shrimp is jumbo, jumbo, jumbo. That's where I go, I go, I go. For crispy jumbo shrimp taco, taco.
Try Del Taco's classic crispy jumbo shrimp tacos or new honey mango crispy jumbo shrimp tacos for the sweet price of 2 for $5. Del, yeah. Price and participation may vary.
Boom. Starting recording. You never know. Okay. I'm fairly confident we're recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Skates to Throats. I'm Dakota LeShock. I'm joined as always by my good friend Chris. Chris, how are you?
Doing okay, man. It's been a crazy year of hockey so far. We missed last week, so we apologize for that. But outside of that, man, I can't complain. Life has been pretty good, other than it is ridiculously cold and rainy right now.
Yes, very cold here in the state of Georgia. I spent the better part of the morning with my back towards an open door, watching pine cars race down a slope. But it was a lot of fun. But without that, we're going to go ahead and get into some hockey news. Keegan is, of course, doing his fire training, so he will not be joining us today. But we'll catch him on the next time. So, with that out of the way, we will start with the San Jose Sharks finally getting a home game after 12 straight road games.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. They had their coaching staff for a while there was on COVID protocol. They weren't allowed to play in San Jose, like as a state or a city regulation, I guess. So out of all of the shitty schedules we have seen, that one's really, really rough. 12 straight
San Jose
road
got
fucked. 12 straight road games. So they finally get their first game here tonight against the Golden Knights, which should be a fun to watch game. Man, San Jose's looked rough this season.
Yeah, they're having some issues for sure. Just doesn't look like a cohesive team. It'll be a good game tonight, especially. I feel like in the next few years, this Golden Knights and Sharks rivalry is really going to take off. It's always fun to watch, especially given the history between these two teams, especially with my feelings towards Pete DeBoer and not the rightful coach of the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know, man. I'm still pretty pissed about the whole Gallant thing. I'm not gonna let that go. That one hurt.
Yeah, Erik Karlsson has looked like absolute trash this season. He's a -6. I think he has 4 assists.
Did he cut his hair?
You thinking that's what it is? He cut his hair?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something. You don't just go like Erik Karlsson's a good player.
I don't know, man. The jury is out. I think he might be done, but that contract for them is looking super terrible. There's a lot of gaps in that team.
A lot of missteps.
Yeah, they did bring back Patrick Marleau, who is actually playing well for them, even at his older age. But the cool thing about that is he's like about to break. He can surpass Gordie Howe's most games played in the NHL, which I thought would be impossible. Most professional hockey games played.
Nope. He's gonna keep on going.
It's a crazy number, but yeah, it's good for them. Like if you're a San Jose fan, obviously this doesn't change anything for you as a fan. But hoping that they get those games and don't have to travel everywhere. Maybe they can get themselves back into the playoff race and what is not has been surprisingly not as good of a division as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's looking rough all around, and we'll get into the standings a little bit towards the end of the show. But San Jose's just barely. They're tied in points with the LA Kings, who are dead last. Which is another team I had hopes would be better this season, but I don't know. I can't really fault the Kings for being in the situation that they're in. They're kind of a similar situation to the Red Wings, in which they're constantly in a state of rebuild. I don't know. It hasn't clicked out there either.
Yeah, and there's already rumors all around LA on, is Quick going to stay there? Is he going to get traded since that team is at a full rebuild? I guess the one bright spot for them so far has been Anze Kopitar has looked great this season, regardless of how bad that team has been. But the crazy number I saw about them is that they have less goals than McDavid and Draisaitl, like as a team.
Ouch.
So, yeah, it's a weird division. If you're a Sharks fan or a Kings fan, it's a little rough. Anaheim has also been that's a really bad division right now with all of those teams, which I think are the key rivalry teams, all kind of.
It's usually the lesser good teams that are more entertaining to watch. At least I've found. And that's even going back to when I was a kid going to see the Boardwalk Bullies get their asses kicked, but it was still fun to watch.
Yeah,
this is a team that has a lot of potential. I think they're getting a lot of pieces in place in order to be good. But it's going to take time, unfortunately. This isn't the 2011 Kings. This isn't when they were really good. So it's
I'm just really surprised that they don't have Byfield playing for them this season. I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't. I know that you don't want to rush kids. You want to let them develop naturally. But if you're the LA Kings, at least that would be something to watch as an LA Kings fan. You know what I mean? And as opposed to watching Quick have to stand on his head to win a game by 1 point, which is currently what is going on out in LA.
Yeah. Jeff, this is just Jeff Carter. He's got 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points, negative 5 on the whole season so far. And that's leadership too. It's just looking rough. I was gonna make the mistake that I made a couple episodes ago and thinking that's the Jeff Carter that I get confused with the other one who played for the Flyers. But I'm not gonna fall down that road. I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah, let's not go down the rabbit hole again, Alice.
Nope. All right, we'll move on. Did you get I didn't get a chance to watch the Rangers and Bruins game last night. From what I saw, it ended up being 1-0. Halak evidently was incredible, but from what I hear, was there a fight at some point?
Yeah, so Claude Lemieux drops the gloves. We also had, I can't remember who else. God, there was actually 2 fights in this series, but yeah, just a very, very aggressive game. Halak robs Lafreniere on a beautiful shot, but an even better save. The Bruins, they've 10 points or points in all of their last 10 games, I think.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. They're playing really, really well. Getting Pasternak back, we knew would make that team better. I think the biggest surprise for me is that their defense has looked solid. Obviously, they have some great goaltending, and that helps out a lot. But, with them losing Krug, who's, looked great out. God, where
Krug went to Columbus?
I don't remember right offhand. I'd have to pull it up. But I know he's been looking solid this season. And then to top that off, it's, they also lost Chara. So they lost 2
Blues. He still plays for the Blues.
They've lost 2 first and second line starters.
Yeah.
So we expected that defense to not be as good as it's been so far this year. It's really surprising, but very chirpy ass game.
Yeah, it's good to see hockey games like that, especially in this in this season where things are just kind of weird, there's no fans. It's nice to see that they're still trying to have fun with it. It keeps things interesting. I honestly think it makes it a bit more competitive. It seems.
Does. And we'll get into it a little bit more with the standings. The East has been kind of rattled with postponements, so we're going to see if all these games get to be played.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Philadelphia Flyers are under COVID protocols right now, so and that's what I was talking to Jennifer about last night. I'm like, man, I'm so used to looking at my phone to check the Flyers game, and I'm just like, they're not playing, and it hurts my heart.
Yeah, I totally feel you there. When's the last time my Devils have played? It's been
Devils too.
3 fucking weeks.
I mean, we knew it would be like this when the season kicked off, just with how things are. But it's nice to see that the NHL is doing this in an efficient manner and trying to get everything going as soon as they can. It's been nice to watch.
Yeah, so it was Brandon Lemieux and Trent Frederick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Claude Lemieux still playing.
No, it's
Did he come out of retirement just for this game?
No, that's his son. Brendan's
son.
That's why I was thinking Claude, but they dropped gloves right at center ice after the face off.
I would have been okay if Claude Lemieux came out of retirement just for this game.
So,
I'm sure Yager would have come out of retirement for this game.
So me, I had Brendan listed as winning this fight, though I will say for Frederick, he continued. He said, "We're gonna go again, bud." As they were skating off.
Don't you worry about it. I still got a couple games left with you.
So they didn't look like they had much ice time again with each other after that fight, but we're gonna see more of the Bruins versus the Rangers, so that's one to watch out for.
God, that's the best part about this season, because all these fights and shit, they're just gonna keep happening. These teams keep playing each other. By the end of the season, it's just going to be a friggin' battle on the ice.
With my notes when I was watching this game, kind of just half-heartedly, I just put, well, at least the Rangers won something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
they're not doing well. If you are not following, they are currently they're not dead. They're not dead last. I can't really fault the New Jersey Devils for being behind them because they haven't played. Buffalo sounds like they should probably be there, but they also have not been playing. So they're about dead last for teams who actually are playing.
Yeah, well, the Rangers have 15 more games played than the Devils right now.
Yeah, it's 9 games for the Devils and 13 games for the Rangers.
Yeah, so it's of course they should have more points even. But right now they look like the worst team in the division, just based on the way the Devils started this season. I would say, I don't know that the Devils are going to sneak their way into a playoff spot, but they have looked better than Buffalo and
for sure. Even the Islanders too.
Yeah, the Islanders are surprising because they've been blowing leads, but we can get into that more once we get into the divisions.
For sure. And I'll move on to this NHL safety meeting for John Larson. For who did he? Zach Sanford. Illegal check to the head of St. Louis forward Zach Sanford. Incident occurred at 5:11 of the third period during Arizona's 4-1 loss at the Gila River Arena on Friday. God, that's such a good name for an arena. This is a bad thing, but I always gotta give props to the Gila River Arena. It just sounds so cool.
Isn't that arena terrible though?
I know, but it's a great name, honestly. Who doesn't want to go down to the fucking Gila River Arena? That shit sounds dope.
Apparently a lot of people don't want to go down there or play there or be part of that franchise.
I don't know. It's just a good name, but that's the type of shit that can't keep happening in the NHL. I can understand if this is an accidental thing, but going back, was there any video of this? I didn't get a chance to look at the video of it.
Yeah, this one wasn't really bad. This is more of he left his skates a little bit. This is not anywhere near the boarding we saw with was it Fala from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was was it Kevin Fiala?
Yeah, I think it
I
was
think so.
Fiala.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like that. Like, he didn't board the guy away after the puck was in the zone or anything. It was just a bad hit, and that's probably why they're having the hearing on this one.
So puts out this no tolerance. There's just no tolerance for this. I honestly, again, because the Flyers haven't been playing, I've been completely disconnected from hockey, so I haven't really watched anything lately.
Yeah, so I mean, it's weird to see these hits happening right now in this season, because I thought defensemen would be more taking care of their bodies a little bit more. Well, players in general. I guess that's more of the surprising thing to me, because you got such a shortened season, and the games are, you're playing 3 or 4 games a week sometimes during this schedule. So it's surprising that we've seen some of these hits this year. I mean, they're bound to happen.
Yeah, but there's no place for it. Especially not at the Gila River Arena. There's just no tolerance at the Gila River Arena for that.
It sounds like such a fucking beer league stadium name.
It sounds so like I want to go have my birthday party at the Gila River Arena. That shit sounds dope.
Well, they probably would rent it out for you pretty cheap right now, since
like, it sounds like a place where you can both watch Monster Jam and probably buy drugs.
Well, that's most places you go to see Monster Jam at, if we're being honest.
I love Monster Jam.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I was gonna say, do you want to talk about how the Devils are playing? I mean, we've talked about how the Devils have not played a game, but I saw this in the notes. I'm like, whatever. Stamkos evidently has been added to the COVID-19 protocol, and when I saw that, I'm like, I wonder how long he's gonna stretch it out.
Yeah, he really enjoys not playing more than he does playing at this point.
He's like the one guy at every job who just looks for every excuse to not be there unless he's really needed there.
Yeah, Tampa has been a little surprising, because they started out the season so strong, and they've looked a little weak, and losing Stamkos obviously is not going to help them there. Yeah. But as far as the Devils go, I kind of brought it up a little earlier. They haven't played in 3 weeks. They're coming back Tuesday, or supposed to be coming back Tuesday.
They're coming back Tuesday to the Gila River Arena.
But they had like 19 players on the COVID protocol at one point, and this directly affected Buffalo, who's also had to postpone games because they played against the Devils, and immediately had a bunch of players put onto the COVID protocol list. So we didn't get to talk about it last week. I just thought I would bring it up and touch on this. I would almost guarantee you this is why we saw the protocol changes. I don't know how much that's, once we get into that, we can talk about that in a little more detail. But if you're a Devils fan, you haven't had hockey in 3 weeks. Sucks.
Yeah, that's painful. And as a Flyers fan, like, I fucking hate not watching the Flyers, man. I hate when everybody else is playing and the Flyers are not. Like, that's... Like, I enjoy watching them, and without them, I'm just like, what's the point? I'm just listless.
Yeah, and I mean, we knew this was going to happen, right?
Yes.
Me and you talked about this 2 weeks ago.
We've talked about this at length.
It's going to happen, and it's going to happen to your team. So if it hasn't happened to your team yet, it will. Don't worry. It's coming.
Yep. You get a protocol, and you get a protocol.
There's going to be, I would assume, almost every one of these NHL teams, maybe with the exception of the North, who hasn't had any postponements as of yet, and have kind of stayed clear from the protocol list, which just means, I don't know, they're handling shit a lot better in Canada than here, would be my guess. But it's been a strange season. The Devils have weeks where they're going to be playing 4 games in like 5 days.
It's okay. Blackwood's going to strap it all on his back.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, hopefully he's going to come back from COVID and be just fine. It can affect your cardio. We've seen one player already, and his name escapes me right now, that is done for the season due to, I guess he caught COVID during the World Juniors, and this was going to be his rookie season, and now he's just back home because he has what do you call it when you have an ailment? Like
it wasn't that Quentin. Not what's Quentin's name? One that plays for the Kings.
No,
it's not him, right?
No, it's not. So I don't have the name in front of me, but what I was getting at is that some of this stuff can linger around, whether you realize it or not. So just some of the aftermath. I can't think of the appropriate damn term for it.
After effects.
Yeah, it's the after effects. There you go. So apparently these after effects is going to put him out for the entire season. They just were like, hey, go home, take care of yourself. Hopefully we don't see a lot of that, and my Devils can all come back. If anything, with it being 3 weeks off, the Devils should be getting the majority of their roster back now because they've been playing this way throughout the entire season. They signed Aaron Dell. He's put on 2-week protocol, right? Because he got signed. And Jesper Bratt, he signs. He was on 2 weeks protocol. They get him back for 2 games. Now he's back out on protocol. Zajak's out on protocol. Mackenzie Blackwood's was out on protocol. Kyle Palmieri now. I mean, you're looking at pretty much the entire damn team. So if they all come back at the same time, it'll be the first time I've seen the Devils fully staffed this season. Oh, and Nico,
what will that look like?
He's sure still out with a leg injury. So looking at that list is really disheartening. I'm just hoping they come back and they stay playing as strong as they did at the beginning of the season, because I think they've been really competitive in the majority of the games they've played.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise to see the fight in them before the protocol. And with that, we shall move on to the next one, to the NHL Lake Tahoe game. It looks like the NHL is looking to expand this type of game in an outdoor arena setting, which I think is cool. You know, I always like watching outdoor hockey games. It shit's pretty cool. It's like how it was when I grew up and was playing hockey. You know, it's an outdoor thing. What this means for like going forward and, you know, this hopefully what will become post-COVID world, it'll be really cool to see games in like the lakes and shit. Like I know there's a bunch of lakes around the world. Shit, there's like 1,000 of them in Minnesota. It's right there in the state motto. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I mean, if right now you can't have fans, why not do it somewhere like Lake Tahoe just for the scenic beauty?
Play on the moon, man. That's what I want to see.
It's really cool. I hope this goes off without a hitch, and it's going to look incredible. Like, there's not going to be any stands. They're just going to have like your normal outdoor arena, and this is just such a, I don't know, it kind of gives you the vibe of like old school hockey, like from the 20s and shit. Watching these people just play on frozen lakes or whatever. It's going to look crazy, but it's going to, I mean, I don't know, man. I want that in the next NHL game where I can play at Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
That sounds
and also
awesome.
Probably the moon. I want to play on the moon too.
Yeah, well, we're not there yet. Call your boy Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. He can make it happen.
He's going to start a hockey team on the moon.
Can you imagine the damn travel to that? Oh, that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
we're not. Do they live there? Is the stadium there?
Maybe
just wanted one game.
He's gonna start his own damn league.
Keep him up there on the moon.
It's just gonna be half the teams from the KHL and half the teams from the Swedish hockey league playing on the moon.
That'd be dope. That sounds like a Van Damme movie I can get behind.
Wasn't he was in that damn one where they
sudden death or sudden overtime? Was it sudden death or sudden overtime?
I think it was sudden death. Like he fights a mascot.
With the fucking Penguins mascot.
Yes.
Douchebag.
Classic. Such a classic.
Such a classic movie, but such a terrible movie as well.
They should remake that movie and then have Gritty be the bad guy.
Against Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? He's this generation's Van Damme. He's this generation's every action hero. Like, they just threw everyone together and it's The Rock now. You can just cast him in
That's a good point. I don't know. Let's bring Stone Cold back.
Fuck yeah, man. Stone Cold. I would love to see that. I'm gonna beat your ass, Gritty. He just fucking bashes his head in with 2 beer cans. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's not put a lot of money into this film either. It needs to feel like an 80s B movie if we're gonna do it.
For sure. For sure. I'll make it happen, man. I'll fucking do it. Oh boy, and we'll move on to this next one for all you fitness enthusiasts out there. Connor McDavid is hosting a virtual workout, which honestly just sounds terrible. I would not want to do that because, I mean, I'm an out of shape 27-year-old. You know, I'm kind of happy where I'm at weight wise. Don't want to do anything to mess that up.
I think this is a very cool thing to do for hockey fans. You know, like it's obviously the biggest star in the league. You're gonna have him do this virtual workout. I don't know what kind of workout this is gonna be. Like, is this like a strict hockey workout, or is this just like what he does when he's not on skates? Because like it's gonna be really hard to watch something on a tablet and try to do a skate workout.
Well, you know, people also have those fucking mirrors now that have that can connect too, so they can just do it like right along with them. I don't know, man. I'm not big into working out, honestly. It's not really my cup of tea.
I don't think this was designed for you, bud.
Nope.
I think this is more aimed around younger fans and
maybe people who are
hockey players and juniors, etc. I guess.
It's for something that that one player on every beer league wants to take to the next practice and try to bring out, and everyone's just like, no, we're not doing that, man.
Yeah, and like there wasn't enough details on what this is actually going to be. That's what I don't understand. Like, because to me, how are you going to watch a tablet and do any kind of skating drills? This has to just be like him doing CrossFit and shit.
Yeah,
right?
I imagine it's just like CrossFit or P90X, or maybe it's Taibo. I'd do some Taibo.
Oh my god!
Get Billy Blanks.
I really hope it's either like Sweating to the Oldies or Taibo with Connor McDavid. That sounds amazing.
Taibo with Connor McDavid. That's amazing. All right. Well, moving on. It looks like again going back to this Rangers Bruins game that I evidently missed so much stuff in. Mika Zibanejad and Brad Marchand had a pregame game of rock, paper, scissors. Evidently.
Yeah, and it went forever.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I only included this because I'm like, why the fuck is this in the NHL news?
I mean, all right, I'm looking at the video right now, and he's just kind of looking at him. Right, he's staring him down. He's got a lovely head of hair. Just a lovely head of hair. Great mane on that guy.
Lovely head of hair.
Yes.
Has not been
Yes,
that
it's
great
literally
to start
just
the
them
season.
playing rock, paper, scissors. This is ridiculous. This is hockey.
It goes on forever. It's like 5 minutes of just that.
Why? Why does this happen? We didn't need this.
I mean, I guess it's really fun if you're fans of either of those players, but as someone that hates Brad Marchand and hates the Rangers, it was like, why the hell is this showing up in my news feed?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I didn't need to see that. Makes me hate Brad Marchand even more for some reason. I was rooting for Zibanejad.
Play dumbass games, win dumbass prizes, I guess.
Exactly. But we will move on to some really positive shit and some shit that I really enjoy, because if you didn't know, I used to live in the greater Buffalo area in New York. Used to go to Bills games all the time. Everyone who knows that knows I'm as much a Bills fan as I am an Eagles fan. So the Buffalo Sabres have revealed their Black History Month logo, and it was done by a local artist. Buffalo artist. I've seen some of his artwork before. It's Edris Wajid. I really hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if you've probably got a chance to take a look at it, but it is beautiful.
It might be the coolest Buffalo logo there's ever been.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got pretty sick.
Like a half. It looks like kind of like the Bills Buffalo up at the top, but it's half red and half black, and then it's got two crossed machete looking deals underneath. The thing is just dope, and then it's got I want the shirt. I'm gonna get this shirt of this.
Yeah,
It's just dope. Like we'll link it on the. I'll throw it up on Twitter or something. But definitely if you're go out and buy a shirt like this. Support the artist. He's a great artist. Support the cause. It's a great cause. This is a really good thing for Buffalo to do, and I would like to see. I'd like to see what the other teams have in store for this month too, because if it's anything like this, it's incredible.
Yeah, I would love to have a jersey with that on it.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good looking logo. Like that's what like the NHL should strive to be doing in like whenever they do their kitschy shit like the reverse retro or something. Like go to people like that who can make a cool logo.
Yeah,
don't just do whatever the fuck Wish says is cheapest.
Yeah, it's a really, really sick logo.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a bunch of these yet. Hopefully we're going to catch more before the end of February.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you haven't checked it out, it's on NHL's news site. I think it's like one of like 5th or 6th article down. Definitely go check it out. And it, like you said, if you're a Buffalo fan, I feel like this is a shirt you should have because the logo is so damn cool.
Yeah, but it could honestly double as a Bills shirt too. You can wear it to any Bills game and people would be like, all right, cool. I mean, they wouldn't give you shit anyway if you were just wearing a Sabres jersey, but I mean, why would you wear a Sabres jersey to a Bills game?
It's way better than these gold tinfoil helmets that the Las Vegas Golden Knights have been wearing.
Stupid helmets. All right, so if anybody didn't get a chance to see it, it's as someone put on Twitter, it's like when you pre-order the game and you get like the gold bonus accessories and you can make all your shit solid gold. That's what those look like. It literally just looks like a mirror, a gold mirror.
It reminds me of like when you go to Golden Corral and they have like just the tray of potatoes and like the normal potatoes are in the silver wrapper, but the sweet potatoes are in the fucking gold foil.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like that. Like some dude in catering's like, oh, we forgot to do a reverse retro. Let me just wrap these helmets real quick.
We've been around for all of 4 years. I don't know what the fuck you want us to do about retro. Here's some gold helmets. We can look like the Notre Dame of hockey. Even though Notre Dame has a hockey team with gold helmets. Notre Dame did it better. Notre Dame always does it better.
It's terrible. With Notre Dame, at least it matches their. I don't know, man. Those were so bad because they're
just not good looking. Like, and you guys know, it's coming from a place of love, but your helmets are fucking stupid looking. Like, you gotta have something other than just solid gold. Like, I don't know, put like a red stripe along the top for the little mohawk shit that the Roman dudes had.
They should have just put like, what is it, the Jaffa helmets like Wayne Gretzky used to wear?
Yeah.
They should have just put that logo on the front of their helmets and been like reverse retro.
Dude, I wish they'd bring back Jaffa stuff, man. Jaffa was the best. I don't even think Jaffa exists anymore. I think they went out of business, which really sucks because that was when I played street hockey as a kid, a lot of our stuff was Jaffa. So I mean, that's pretty much the shit I grew up with.
Well, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. As a team that only has 4-year history, just do something dumb like that as opposed to
exactly like do something cool. Don't fucking just be like, I don't fucking know. Give them gold helmets. Las Vegas, right?
I mean, as anyone that was a hockey fan as a kid growing up, didn't you just want the Gretzky bucket?
And also, what the fuck does gold have to do with Las Vegas, man? It's a gambling town. Like I don't know, poker chips.
They are the Golden Knights, and I think that's based around the Golden Nugget having that giant.
Well, that's like Colorado. That's not Nevada.
No, that is Nevada.
Oh,
the Golden Nugget, the hotel in Las Vegas, they have that giant fucking piece of gold that's worth like $40 million. I think that's how they came up with the name.
I got you.
Knights.
I don't know. I've never been to Vegas. So,
But that being said, those
didn't really
helmets
pay
don't.
attention in history class either.
But those, like, the thing about those helmets is they don't look like the color gold. They're like,
No, they just
chrome.
look like mirror chrome, like
Yeah,
gold tinted chrome.
it
Like
looks
fucking put some jewels in that shit, or put a slot machine on the back. Fuck, man, if you could like rig a slot machine that actually moves and shit, I'd be on board. But just a dumb golden helmet just doesn't look good.
It looks like if sometimes you'll go to like a lowrider event and then there's like for some reason there's just 16 Ford Crown Vics on 24s
Yeah.
with shitty chrome wraps on them.
Yeah, exactly
the
like that. Like someone just took their regular helmets and was like, I don't know, we have fucking gold film, let's wrap it. And just did that and tried to pass it off. We know what you did, all right? We're on to you. You've been caught.
If I was the Sharks, I would find a way to get.
Yeah, the fucking Sharks managed to look cool, and they're not that old.
I would say they should, like, just to troll them, get like silver helmets or some shit for the next
Oh my
time
god,
they
that'd be so dope. Like Pokemon Gold and Silver on ice.
That's
With Metro by T-Mobile, your hard-earned money goes further. This tax season, there's zero fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price, just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering you to rule your day. All lines lose promo rate if any deactivates. No fees on select phones. Limit 1 per line with eligible port. Excludes sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.
My man Chris P had a taco.
It was excellent. First they said jumbo.
Then they said shrimp.
Shrimp so big it'll only make sense a damn taco, taco, taco. The shrimp is jumbo, jumbo, jumbo. That's where I go, I go, I go. For crispy jumbo shrimp taco, taco.
Try Del Taco's classic crispy jumbo shrimp tacos or new honey mango crispy jumbo shrimp tacos for the sweet price of 2 for $5. Del, yeah. Price and participation may vary.
just a funny thing as a rivalry because
Yeah.
at this point those helmets are a fucking meme anyways, so you might as well just play into it.
Yeah, exactly. This is why the NHL should hire me, because I have a very keen sense of what's trending on memes and stuff. I'm very apt with that. I could have helped.
Yeah, you're a memeologist.
I am. I'm
Professional
very good with this. You
memeologist
guys
of the
know. I am the fucking meme guy in the chat.
show.
I'll
It's
fucking-
yeah, I hope that those are the last time we saw these helmets.
Yes.
I have heard
I-
only overwhelmingly negative things. I've yet to see one fan be like, I don't know, I think they look pretty good.
It just look weird, man. Like I don't know. It doesn't work. Like maybe if you had like a golden uniform, like the primary color on the uniform was gold, maybe, but still probably not.
Or why didn't you just, if you're gonna do gold, why didn't you do like a gold metallic, like a Les Paul gold top kind of color or
Yeah,
something?
or just like, I don't know, have some like shit that has to do with Vegas in there. Make it look better than just mirror gold.
Yeah, why didn't they put like fucking neon lights on their helmets? That
Yeah,
would've been sick.
seriously. Could you imagine that? Like if the fucking visor had neon lights?
Or just like just do the classic, the Vegas neon light sign that they put on all their like "Come to Vegas" logos, right? Just put that shit on the side of the helmet.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
It did not help them either. I'm pretty sure that
No.
they've lost. I'm pretty
No.
sure they've lost every game wearing those so far. How many times they've only worn them the once, right?
As far as I know, I've only seen them once.
Okay, yeah. So you're the Golden Knights guy on the show. I have a hard time keeping up with their games because they start at 10 and I make it through maybe the first period and fall asleep.
Yeah, see, like I said, ever since the Flyers haven't been on, I'm just like, I don't want to watch hockey. But we can move on to Columbus, where it seems Tortorella doesn't want to be there anymore because he's doing everything he can to get himself fired. He benched Patrick Laine, which, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Patrick Laine probably deserved it.
Well, he benched him after he scored a goal. He had 4 goals in like was it 3 games of being there, and he benches him in the first period. And it's like, this guy obviously doesn't want to be in Columbus to begin with. Don't give him another reason to not want to be there. He's gonna start demanding a damn trade. It's Line A watch. But this time it's
Line
not
A
Line
watch
A's
all
fault.
over again. He I don't know. Like, I don't want to hate Line A, but at the same time, like, you know, Tortorella isn't just going to go off on you for no reason. If you're producing, like, he wouldn't just bench you unless you're being a little bitch.
Well, he was producing. He scored a goal, and then he didn't back check as hard as Tortorella wanted him to,
Yeah,
and he benched him. And I'm like, if you brought in Line A because you thought he was going to give you defense, like, I don't know what the fuck. It's not really. He's not that kind of player. He is.
No, he isn't. I don't know, man. Maybe Torch just wants a change of pace or a change of scenery.
I read online that, like, I've seen it going around online. It's like Tortorella would bench Wayne Gretzky. Like, at this point,
he'd be funny about it, though.
If you're gonna bench him for the rest of the period, then talk to the guy before the second period starts. But you don't bench him.
Do you think he made him wear a hat in the corner of the locker room? Like, when he got in there, he's like, go put on the fucking idiot hat and go sit in the corner.
I have no idea.
Do you think he held 2 pieces of bread between his ears and asked him what he was?
I just always assume that Torch is kicking trash cans and yelling it's fucking embarrassing.
Goddamn embarrassing!
Like, he's literally just the coach from Letterkenny.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a weird situation. I would say it probably would not go in John Tortorella's favor, and to be careful, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, Columbus has such a hard time keeping stars. Like,
yeah,
I don't know that this guy is helping your
when
case.
Shane was there.
I mean, he scratches. I don't know, man. Just the way he's going about this right now, after just having this same issue with Pierre-Luc Dubois. I don't know. If you're a general manager, you got to try to keep Line A around, and at some point it's going to be, well, Torts, if you're going to keep benching this guy and pissing him off, now he's going to demand a trade. One of the things have to go. It's easier to get a coach than it is to get a scorer like Line A.
Yeah. But you know what's not easy to get? A general manager. But somehow the fucking Pittsburgh Penguins found a way to get a general manager. And I am not too thrilled about it at all.
Yeah,
I'm very much considering writing a strongly worded letter.
My friend at work, he's been a huge Pens fan, or not Pens, Flyers fan his entire life.
They're calling the Pens fan.
and I sent him, what happened. I sent him like, hey, this is what is happening. Ron Hextall just got hired by the Pens. He's like, he's fucking dead to me. Yep. It's like his favorite goalie of all time.
Fucking traitor.
He's like, he's fucking dead to me. You said he's a fucking traitor. I think this is a weird hire for Ron Hextall.
Any other team in the NHL, I would have been okay with. But you went to the fucking Penguins.
I obviously have no dog in this fight, but the only reason that they're in this situation is because they don't want to rebuild. They want to retool or find a way to keep this team together. And Hextall is kind of a guy that's known for bringing in prospects, like building you a back pool, like what he did with Carter Hart, for instance. Yep. Making trades up to get a goaltender like that, which they need to do. The problem is the Penguins don't have any first-round picks for the next 2 years. So
what are you gonna do there, dipshit?
Like, you got to rebuild the team, and they have nothing to rebuild them with without moving these guys, which I'm sure is why Rutherford left.
Probably, and that's probably why they brought Hextall in, because they realize at this point they can't really retool it.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do with no picks. Something's got to give. I'm assuming Malkin gets traded, maybe even possibly Letang gets traded, especially if they're sitting in like 6th place towards the end or near the trade deadline.
Look, all I'm saying is, check every stall you go into when you go into the when you go into the bathroom, because the one time you don't, You're going to open the door and it's going to be Gritty there. And he's not going to be thrilled with you. Gritty will murder you. Hide your body.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is just such a weird one. I wonder
I'm not thrilled about it.
Are all Flyers fans this upset?
Yes, we are. In fact, I will prove my point and pull up the Flyers subreddit. just about Ron Hextall.
Oh man.
Lemieux hassled Hextall for interview for knocking his teeth out. I would love that. All right, that's pretty funny. Evidently, Mario Lemieux gave Ron Hextall shit during his interview for knocking his teeth out. Oh, to be in there. Oh, to be in that room.
Oh man, it's just the Devils Devils fans don't have this beef for like Lou Lamoriello, even though he's on the island now. Like, there's not that same amount of hatred as, and I mean, he built the franchise.
He did, yeah.
He's more important than Ron Hextall.
I don't know. I don't know. You can't do that. You can't do that to us, man. Any other team would have been okay. All right, so we'll go to here. Yeah, the very first comment. Literally any other team, I'd be happy. And yeah, it's just not great stuff.
I'm honestly surprised. I thought they were going to bring back Ray Shero, which I think when we talked about this like 2 weeks ago, that was my pick to like, okay, well, they're probably just going to go back out and get Ray Shero because he's currently not a GM anywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's weird.
They wanted to try to get Tom Fitzgerald from the Devils. Like, that was a job offer because he's on a 1-year deal right now with the Devils. But Devils owners came out and said, like, no, we're planning on extending him. And so that seems like that's going to be a done deal. But those were the three people: Hextall, Ray Shero, Tom Fitzgerald. They end up with Hextall. I was just completely surprised. I knew how pissed you were going to be.
Yeah, I'm not. I was not. And, I'm still not. I'm not like it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
The other thing is if he comes in and the Penguins play like the Penguins can play, and he goes out and gets a goalie. Let's say they reunite with Marc-Andre Fleury. They make some kind of big trade and end up with Fleury, or he brings in a goaltender that can actually fucking help that team, and they beat the Flyers in the playoffs or something. This is going to be a crazy ass.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, like every game now, it has some connotation on it more than just the natural rivalry.
Mm-hmm. I know a bunch of people are sitting there listening to this, just thinking about the next time the Penguins roll into town.
And they're
gonna throw eggs at him.
As someone that's not a Flyers fan and has no dog in this race, so to speak, you guys fired him very unceremoniously.
Yeah, well, he was being shitty. But you don't go out and go to our fucking number one rival team, who also happens to be our fucking state rival. Like, you just don't, man. Like, that's, I don't know. All right, that's like let's see, who's the Jets rival?
Well, this would be like if Scott Stevens ended up on the Rangers.
Yeah, like, or something like, or Marty Brodeur went and played for the Flyers.
Yeah,
like, you just don't do it.
I get it, but it's just weird because of the way they fired that guy.
Yeah, I know, but still, I know we fired him, but like, we got rules. We got rules in Philly. You don't do that.
Fair enough. Let's move it along. I've pissed you off enough already.
All right, we'll go into the standings because I don't know, man. You go with the standings. I'm pretty fucking heated about this.
Well, I gotta pull them up. Give me just a second here. I'm professional.
Yes.
This is what happens. I made you upset, and now
I lost my
I've
train of thought.
lost your train of thought.
Too mad. Lost my train of thought.
You were the notes guy this week. Now I gotta go find the NHL standings.
I've got it pulled up.
Okay. I just pulled them up.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't giving you shit anyway. All right, so we'll start off in the Scotia North. You got Toronto leading the pack with 23 points, 11 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss. Pretty fucking strong team. Don't have much faith in them to continue it because it's fucking Toronto and, fuck Toronto. If there's anyone who will find a way to mess that up, I'm sure it's them. So I guess enjoy that lead while you have it. Montreal is behind them at 18 points. I don't know if they haven't been having a bad season either. They've been really good from what I've seen so far. 8 wins, 4 losses, 2 overtime losses. Not bad. In third place, you got Edmonton with 9 wins, 7 losses, no overtime losses. So they either win the shit or they lose it. They don't play overtime. Sitting at 18 points. And in fourth place, you got Winnipeg at 8-4 with 1 overtime loss with 17 points. And then 5th, 6th, and 7th, you got Calgary, Vancouver, and Ottawa. Calgary with 7 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss with 15 points. Vancouver with 6 wins, 11 losses, and no overtime. 12 points on the season so far. And then Ottawa at 2-12 with 1 overtime loss. So it looks like Ottawa is trying their best to become the new Detroit Red Wings. Somebody had to take up that mantle somehow.
Their goal differential is a -31.
Yeah, that's about what fucking Detroit's looked like last year too.
It's brutal if you're a Sens fan, but you kind of knew going into the season. I don't think anyone had Ottawa positioned anywhere about the bottom of this bracket. To me, the biggest surprise is the Canucks have looked awful, and they look so good in the playoffs. Outside of Quinn Hughes,
Brock Besser hasn't been looking good. I don't know. Things are rough.
Elias and Quinn have been trying to carry that team as hard as they can, but they do not look like the same team they look like in the playoffs. Montreal's looked great this season. Tyler Toffoli, what a damn surprise that is.
Evidently, Carolina just sent Ryan Dzingel. It just fucking disappeared. Damn it, I had that. Okay, so Ryan Dzingel has been sent to the Senators in exchange for Cedric Paquette and Alex Galchenyuk. So the Hurricanes picked up those two for Ryan Dzingel. That's a weird trade.
It's a weird trade.
Galchenyuk's a pretty good player.
Yeah, and he's not been bad this season. So did they trade any picks with that, or was that just a 1-for-1?
That was all. Yeah, no, that was just Cedric Paquette and Alex Galchenyuk for Ryan Dzingel.
Okay. I don't know if I like that trade.
Just happened right as of when I got the fucking notification.
That's a weird one.
Breaking news on this podcast. You heard it here first. Suck it, Bob McKenzie.
I think it's the.
I got my shit from NHL.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but then you read it and the source is Bob McKenzie, and he's like, "Suck it, Dakota."
God damn it. Yeah.
All jokes aside, we love Bob McKenzie here at the Skid Podcast.
Seriously, you're a Canadian treasure, and we love you. We'll move on to the Mass Mutual East, which still feels fucking weird to say.
I just real quick, the Oilers have absolutely no defense, and they're currently just riding on the backs of McDavid and Draisaitl. So hopefully, neither of those players get injured or go into any kind of protocol, because Jesus,
they will be fucked.
And Jason Spezza has been a nice surprise in this division as well.
Yes. All right, and back to the Mass Mutual East, sponsored by Carl's Jr. Boston sitting up at the top, 10 wins, 1 loss, 2 overtime losses, 22 points. Their goal differential is +14. They've been insane. but it's fucking Boston. We knew they'd be like that. The real question is, can they keep it up, and what will it look like in the postseason? Sitting at number 2, but hasn't played a game in a couple days, and has just utterly broken me. The Philadelphia Flyers with 8 wins, 3 losses, 2 overtime losses with 18 points. Washington Capitals behind them at 6-3 with 3 overtime losses with 15 points. And then in 4th place, you got the Islanders, who are sitting at 5-4 with 3 overtime losses for 13 points. 5th place, Penguins 6-5-1 for 11 points. Behind them, it's the Rangers, the Devils, and the Sabres. Rangers sitting at 4-6-3, and the Devils sitting at 4-3-2. Buffalo is sitting at 4-4-2 for 10 points. So, I don't know. I was expecting. I mean, this is pretty much what we expected the East to look like. We knew it would be a battle. A lot of teams are on COVID protocols, so we can't really speak to what the Hockeys look like other than Boston, who's just been ripping apart every asshole they can find. It doesn't seem like they're going to be stopped anytime soon either.
No.
Unless COVID brings them down.
Yeah, it's Bruins and Flyers. We kind of had penciled in at 1 and 2, I think, when we did our predictions.
Yeah.
And I had the Capitals and the Islanders both making the playoffs, I believe. I'd have to go back and listen to be 100% sure. But right now the division looks exactly like I think it would. The surprising thing is all these teams have played more games than the Devils, and the Devils are only 3 points out of a playoff spot.
That's a good-looking Devils team this year. Even if you guys don't make the playoffs, it's better than what you were doing last season.
Yes, and to be able to – I mean, they've only had Blackwood for 3 games this season. So when he comes back, the team's going to look even better. That's something to be excited for if you're a Devils fan. The Capitals – they made it through those suspensions of Ovechkin and Samsonov, getting Kuznetsov, and
the Scrabble Squad. We'll call them the Scrabble Squad.
The Scrabble Squad. They were able to hang on and actually win some games.
Yeah, so it's a good-looking Washington team. They started off a little rough, but they've I don't know, they seem to have an okay footing on what they're doing.
I sent you that video of that guy accidentally blocking a shot with his an Ovechkin shot with his face, right?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that looked brutal.
Can
that's
you imagine? Just like what I would try to do is like pause it just moments before it hits your face. Like just, what are your thoughts? Like, shit.
It's like getting beamed with a baseball by. That's like if Randy Johnson beamed you with a baseball.
Exactly. Like someone like fucking Steven Strasburg in his prime throws an absolute fucking monster of a fastball directly at your mouth.
It was brutal. At least he caught it on the side of his helmet. If that hit him in the face, I don't think that he's playing the rest of the season. His jaw off. And it was an absolute howitzer because it was from the dumbass spot that Ovi likes to score from. Yeah. So this was not just a little wrister.
I mean, you could probably get a tattoo of that. Like, I survived a fucking slap shot by Alexander Ovechkin. All I got was a stupid T-shirt or a tattoo.
That is definitely something you can brag about, I guess, in your older age.
Good God Almighty.
That
your jaw off.
It was insane. But yeah, the top of the division looks a lot like we thought the top of the division would look like. I'm a little surprised the Rangers aren't better.
Yeah, I am too, but I don't know. Like, it's still early enough to where they can get going.
Yeah, the only worry for if you're a Sabres or Devils fan is that a lot of these games are going to be played in really close proximity to one another, these postponed games.
Yeah.
So the schedule just got harder in an already hard schedule.
Yeah, it's just, and, it's still not, I mean, this is still the season, things are still going to happen. We can move on over to the Discover Central Division, number 1, Tampa Bay. We all thought was going to be number 1. 9 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss for 19 points. Right behind them, surprisingly, is the Florida Panthers with 8 wins, 1 loss, and 2 overtime losses for 18 points. So that's a team I wasn't expecting to do as good as they've been doing as of late. Third place.
That's a team that benefited from having a bunch of postponement and
Yeah,
getting additional training
exactly.
camp.
Whatever works for you, honestly. Whatever gets you up there, gets you up there.
But they have been surprisingly really, really good this season. I don't think that I had them making the playoffs, so they're proving me wrong as of right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the season, but still, it's nice to see some fight in the Florida Panthers. That's a team, like, I don't know. I don't hate the Panthers. Like, Keith Yandel plays for them. He's a great player. He's a good dude. So I hope they keep it up.
When they don't try to fucking bench him.
Well, yeah, and then he has to come out and fucking be better.
That's still ridiculous to me. Panthers, man, 7-1-2. That's just shocking.
8-1-2.
Oh, okay. Okay. 8-1-2.
Yeah, 8-1-2.
Their last 10 games. That's what it is. 7-1-2. My bad.
Yeah.
The Red Wings.
In dead last. But they have Nashville, Dallas, Chicago, Carolina, and Columbus in front of them.
It's been a rough. They need goaltending. The Red Wings need everything.
The Red Wings just need a whole new team. They just need just clean everything out. Just bring a new team.
I mean, Shanahan is rebuilding them, so that's not a surprise. The Predators sucking as bad as they have is a little surprising.
That's a bit more of a surprise. I can't fault Dallas for being where they are because they didn't play for a long time. Plus, you have fucking Kudobin being an asshole and not showing up to practice.
Yeah, I mean, they're below the Blackhawks and the Hurricanes, right?
Yeah.
But they're not. They're like 3 or 4 points out. It's not.
Yeah. Like they're only they're 6 points between them and the Tampa Bay Lightning. So
the crazy thing about the Chicago Blackhawks is Patrick Kane is having a fucking incredible season, and if they somehow make the playoffs, he's gonna deserve to be MVP because
for sure. And this will be that thing that pushes him into the Hall of Fame. Not that I didn't think he was already not going to get into the Hall of Fame, but this would make the case a whole lot better.
He is doing it without Taves. They have shitty goaltending right now. I mean, when Malcolm Subban is your 1A, things are not going great.
I know we all know how I feel about Malcolm Subban.
So this is
7 goals so far this season. That's really good. He's tied with Alex DeBrincat for goals in the team.
Yeah, and that team is just living and dying by them right now.
20 points though, so that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, and like I said, when you think about how bad the rest of that team is right now, this almost gets into the Taylor Hall case of MVP, like when he took the Devils to the playoffs. If you can take the Blackhawks to the playoffs here, you're going to have a strong argument that he should be MVP.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if he keeps playing the way he is. Because, looking at his stats, that's really good. That's like old Patrick Kane, man. Who was a fucking thorn in my side then, too. So that's pretty much does it for the Central Division. We'll go over to the Honda West because that sounds wonderful.
The Honda
St. Louis,
West Division.
Yeah, the Honda West just doesn't sound good. Honda West. I don't. No. I don't know.
This is by far the worst division.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm trying to think of things to talk about, and I'm just like, this is a really mediocre division. St. Louis sitting at first place with 8 wins, 4 losses, 2 overtime losses, 18 points. Vegas with their stupid fucking hats right behind them, 8 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss for 17 points. Colorado sitting in third place, 7-3-1 with 15 points. Then you got Anaheim at 6-6-3 for 15 points. So top 4, surprising to see Anaheim there. I hope they fucking stay there because that's a team that has endured a lot of shit talking for a very long time. And with the, that Mighty Ducks show coming out, I think it would be it would be a perfect time for the Anaheim Ducks to win another Stanley Cup.
They're doing this on the back of John Gibson, by the way, who
Yeah.
has been playing really, really good. Like, they're winning games by 1 goal, like 1-0. This is still not a good team. They just happen to be in a division with a lot of really shitty teams at the bottom.
Exactly. You know what? What have I been saying the whole podcast? Whatever works. Whatever gets you there.
But I mean, like, I don't know. They are not a good team. Definitely, if you guys are the Puck Podcast, check out their review on Anaheim so far this season. I think they've broken down that team. They have no one. It's like a team full of stars. They're paying Adam Henrique like $6 million, and he's a healthy scratch right now. It's just such a weird damn team.
I mean,
it really is.
If you've got the money to blow, why not?
I mean, I guess the caveat is at least you're not the LA Kings, right?
For sure. You could be a lot worse. They are still sitting in 4th place, though. I mean, 5th place, you got Arizona at 6-6-1, 13 points. Evidently, Phil Kessel has yet to strap on his Rocket skates, but it will come. Don't worry about that.
He seems to be playing better this year than he did last year, though. So
Yeah.
far this season. And I will say this before we move on from the Ducks. They played more games than anyone else in the division.
Yeah, well, I mean, it shows. They're in 4th place. 6-3. They've won as many as they've lost.
So they're not that far ahead of Arizona.
No, they're only 2 points ahead of them. Now, Arizona's got 13 points on the season. Minnesota's got 12. San Jose has 11, and LA has 11. So San Jose and Los Angeles are really just the bottom of the barrel. Once you get to 12 points, I feel like you're okay. But anything below 12 points, you might as well not even be playing hockey.
San Jose is a way better team than they're showing right now. I don't expect them to be in second to last place for too long.
No, they're going to stay there the whole season.
It turns out that you can't build a team around offensive defensemen if you're a San Jose fan.
I know, you need defensive offensemen.
You need something. I don't know. That team, they have not looked great. This is a weird division.
That's a weird division, and it's not a very good division either. Like, I expect Minnesota to be a little bit better than what they're doing currently. But otherwise, I mean, aside from the top 3, these are all pretty much interchangeable teams.
Well, Minnesota has 4 games in hand because of some postponements. And
Yeah.
they've looked pretty good this season.
That's why I was saying I don't expect them to be where they're at currently or for long.
I think the only, like, when we did our predictions, the only one of these teams, I think I had the Wild in the playoffs, and I think Keegan had the Coyotes, and you had Anaheim. So this is pretty much looking exactly like we thought it would look so far.
Currently, I'm the fucking king, man. They'll get in.
Yeah, right now.
I want my Ducks to win.
Right now, your prediction is looking okay. Hey, they could make you did say that they would win the Stanley Cup. That was your bold prediction. So
if they do, I will get an OG Mighty Ducks tattoo on my asshole in lieu of the gritty one.
Oh man,
I probably won't get it on my ass cheek because honestly, it's a dope logo and I'd want people to see it, but I'd get it totally.
Oh, so the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are your team, right? And you're like, no, I
was just a huge fan of the Mighty Ducks. Animated series. Do you even fucking know about Drake Duquesne? Greatest goaltender in history. Saved an entire universe with his goaltending skills. You don't even know.
He's no Julie the Cat. That's all I'm going to say.
He doesn't need to be Julie the Cat. It's Drake Duquesne.
He's no Julie the Cat.
He's a duck.
Julie the Cat's also a duck. Had to bring her in for the shootout.
Nah. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for what we had here. I don't know. I've been at the Pinewood Derby this morning and I didn't have time to research who would be a good HO Hall of fucking Awesome candidate. I don't think I have any on the back burners.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I've thought of for Hall of Fucking Awesome. We will though. Next week we'll have.
Yeah, for sure.
With a good one, but great show, buddy.
Yeah, man. This was a good one. So my advice to you, if you're a fan out there whose team is stuck under quarantine, just stay the course. Eventually, they'll get back on the ice, and hockey will resume. So these things just take patience, as shitty as it is sometimes.
And also, don't be surprised if this switches from points to win percentage before the playoffs.
Yeah, that could do it, because it's with all the other teams in the fucking East being on protocol, Boston's just gonna run away with it.
Yes, it's going to be, right now it's seemingly Boston first and then everyone else, and they're looking like probably the President Trophy winner.
Yeah,
either them or the Vegas.
Their stupid goddamn hats. I hate them so much. Do you think it's to block out the radio waves from Area 51?
It has to be, right? It's got to have something to do with it.
It's got to have some kind of radio blocking in there.
God, those things are so damn terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible looking. But well, you guys know you can always find me at Throats Dakota on Twitter. I'm sometimes there. I float around the Geek Vibes universe from show to show sometimes. So you never know where you're gonna find me. I pop up in weird places. But I will pass it off to you, Chris. You can go ahead and give your outros to the people.
Yeah, if you want to talk to me on Twitter, you can hit me at Chris R. Patton. On Instagram, at Chris R. Patton. And on Facebook, Christopher.R.Patton. Currently not doing any other shows. So if you want to do a show with me, hey, send me a fucking message, I guess.
We're going to do a porn review next. We're just going to review every single porn there ever was. Do you know how many anal fists of fury there was? At
Not
least
enough.
7. We've got to get through them all. No, but with that, I guess I have to come up with a clever outro, and I don't have one on the fly, so I guess I'll just tell you all to have a good week, and I don't know, don't be dicks.
Yeah, don't be dicks. Everyone
Don't
have
be
a good
dicks.
week.
Yes. So, bye-bye.
With Metro by T-Mobile, your hard-earned money goes further. This tax season, there's 0 fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price, just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering you to rule your day. All lines lose promo rate if any deactivates. No fees on select phones. Limit 1 per line with eligible port. Excludes sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.
My man Chris P had a taco.
It was excellent. First they said jumbo,
Then they said shrimp.
shrimp so big it'll only make sense a damn taco, taco, taco. The shrimp is jumbo, jumbo, jumbo. And that's where I go, I go, I go. For crispy jumbo shrimp taco, taco.
Try Del Taco's classic crispy jumbo shrimp tacos or new honey mango crispy jumbo shrimp tacos for the sweet price of 2 for $5. Del, yeah. Price and participation may vary.